Arsenal fans, it's time to get excited. The moments you have all been waiting for, the big bombers are now being released regarding Gyökeres and other transfer targets. Before we do dive into it, make sure you are smashing the like button and you are also making sure you are also subscribing to the channel. It is, obviously very, very important. You do so, help support the channel. Now, this is what Fabrizio Romano has just come out and said. The agreement between Arsenal and Gyökeres, the agreement between Arsenal Sporting for Victor Gyökeres is getting closer after new contacts today. Negotiations between clubs never fell off despite reports as Gyökeres only wanted Arsenal. Arsenal now willing to get closer to the 17 million plus 10 mil add-ons as Sporting want. So it is basically done, Arsenal. Gyökeres is going to be going to an Arsenal. And also that is not only it. David Ornstein also to completing Arsenal in progress, completing move for Victor Gyökeres after taking final steps in negotiations with Sporting Lisbon. Arsenal made formal advances on terms over weekend in bid to secure 27-year-old Sporting striker 5-year contract lined up. It's done, and you think the juice it's over. That's not it. Arsenal fans have got more things to be excited on, because Fabrizio's tweeted again saying alongside Gyökeres' deal, Arsenal also planning to advance on Christian Moscaga deal with Valencia next week as player only wants Arsenal project, and get a new deal with Ethan Enrique in the next few days after progress revealed yesterday. Things are starting to look up for Arsenal in the transfer window. They've obviously signed Norgard, they've signed Kepa, and now they're about to get the big man they want in Victor Gyökeres. They're about to also bring in a centre-back, which is really good cover, and, also bringing in Ethan Enrique to a new deal, because obviously he has been linked with my club, Liverpool, and also Chelsea. So the fact that you also can keeping him at the football club is also very, very key. Look, my overall thoughts on Arsenal getting Victor Gyökeres is, would I say the word jealous is used? It depends on who Liverpool get, because if, let's say, we get Sesko and Arsenal get Gyökeres, I'm going to be jealous. This is a guy, right? And before, I know people talk about his stats and all that. Right, this is what he has done. So last season he scored 39 goals and 7 assists. Season before that he scored 29 goals and 10 assists. He is performing at the biggest stages. Forget, it's Portuguese league, blah blah. He is performing at biggest stages moments in the Champions League. 8 matches, 6 goals and 1 assist, and even for his country, the guy bags. Even when he was at Coventry, the guy bags. If this guy can do at least maybe 40% of his numbers, even if he could prove to be just scored 20 goals for Arsenal plus in the Premier League, that is already a dub. Adding into Bukayo Saka's, adding into the Eze deal, looking like that's going to be done in the coming days, that looks like they're going to, progress on that somewhat of a stand front as well. So, Arsenal fans, is it an exciting time to be an Arsenal fan? This is the news you have all been kind of waiting for. You've been wanting to, bring in Gyökeres for months and months. And now it's looking like it's going to happen, because there was a point in time where it looks like Arsenal were genuinely going to go and sign Benjamin Sesko. And Arsenal fans were literally fearing the worst, thinking, oh God, no. Oh God, no. And this is where you have to give credit to Andre Berta. Andre Berta wanted to bring in Victor Gyökeres. We obviously know Mikel Arteta was a big fan of Benjamin Sesko, and he wanted to bring in him. So the fact that Arsenal potentially in the next week could have Gyökeres, also have Ethan Enrique done to a new contract, and Christian Mascara in as well, alongside going in for Eze as well at Palace. How would you rate that as a window, Arsenal fans? How would you rate that as a window, as an overall window? Because if you guys can bring in a top winger as well, then it's a quality window, because you brought in Eze, who ultimately can replace the Martin Odegaard. You've brought in extra bodies. You kept Ethan Nero to a new contract. You've brought in an okay replacement in Norgard, and you've brought in the big money man striker that you wanted in Gyökeres. So this is where you need to give full credit to Andre Roberta and the team that is actually helping him behind this project. And it's going to be very, very interesting as to how this is going to go very forward for Arsenal, as Victor Gyökeres is very much closing in on his move to Arsenal. And we obviously know previously that Victor Gyökeres has clearly stated he only wanted Arsenal, because you can quite clearly tell when it came to the training and stuff like that, he was basically boycotting it and not going in. And basically, Sporting Lisbon have basically said, like, look, if you guys do not pay this asking price, you are not getting the player. We've got him 3 more years. We'll have to keep him. You know what I mean? That takes balls from Sporting Lisbon. Fair play for that, because ultimately now it's pushed Arsenal to go and pay the asking price that is required for Gyökeres. People, this is the end of the video, but make sure you are smashing the like button, you are subscribing to the channel. It is very, very important you do so. Gyökeres to Arsenal is certainly going to happen. People, take care all. Thank you all so much for watching.